analysis wa say we will see a lot of difficult game in the side of Xabi Alonso because of say the big games as Xabi Alonso wabo and you only with Real Madrid, but then some of the big games wabo are the days of buy for Leverkusen. Me one person Yana Minta and J Xabi Alonso D when it comes to big games obetimi abo and Enra or Chenny Piffy said when it comes to big games, especially meeting top level clubs, on be meeting against Real Madrid Football Club, no. Tembiana or struggle and Sana with me, Anya Erin, and as with me any Omabo. So Bekaya in the Club World Cup semi-final game against PSG, when Timini the side of Luis Enrique, when Timini Nambo in the Spanish La Liga, when he played against Atletico Madrid Timmy by 5-2, and Enra, the game that he played against Juventus, no, it took that kind of miracle. And the side of Jude Bellingham, it me conjure man share that particular goal no. And the side of Real Madrid Football Club in the 50th minute, and I say in the 50th minute, it me cause to the side of Jude Bellingham. But I will check it and run. The tactical lineup at Real Madrid Football Club at the two jar, it was quite obvious. And when we didn't come and maybe another Kamavinga bit my partner Chouameni in the midfield. But then Xabi Alonso was able to tweak that particular system, making sure say Obebo Chouameni and then Jude Bellingham and then Ada Goulet as the three central midfielders are Omubitimi a partner Obi Etise Brahim Diaz, Vinicius Junior and Kylian Mbappe into the attacking third of the side of Real Madrid Football Club. So mainly he played the 4-3-3 tactical system, making sure say Obebo Federico Valverde in the right fullback and then Carreras as a left fullback, Edam Leitao, Raul Asensio as the left centre back and the right centre back for Real Madrid Football Club. But I will check it. I go to the kind of play on also boy. Instead of playing the normal 4-back system, no, he attempt out to play the 3-4-2-1 tactical system, just like Papa Efen says Xabi Alonso, the time with Bayer for Leverkusen, the same time of identity and as a tactical system, and now Obo Edema Bayer for Leverkusen. But so check here because he knows how to get the best out of these three back. He was able to capitalize on some of the spaces not Juventus Eja Ewe and how he was making quick transitions into the attacking third and making sure to beat Ejumano Ediama the side of Real Madrid Football Club. So production, switch the first programming picture. You could easily imagine say Enwa Chouameni, Ada Goulet, Jude Bellingham. They needed to create that kind of triangular square in the midfield just for them to balance that kind of equation in the midfield because Makacho says, any other opponent or 12 central midfield. That's all to me create a lot of numerical advantage or midfield. That the only thing that you can do to make sure say a progression manner, whether I say the back into the vertical zone and I say into the horizontal zone. One particular thing a bit more forming within your central midfield is how you form your triangular square just to have quick transition and have high turnovers in the central midfield of your Ankasa midfielder Obetimi Abosena. He used Chouameni as the typical no maxis. Uno Sansu used Papa Reference Ada Goulet as a central creativa and then Jude Bellingham becoming the traditional number 8 and also making sure say Obebo as an auxiliary 10. Baby Obehu say Papa Reference Kylian Mbappe elusu in the space, a drop it in deep. We will see Jude Bellingham and you will understand what I'm talking about. So me show the second picture. Now this is the second picture. So usher into the central midfielder. Now displacement of these players now Ada Goulet controlling the rhythmic pattern of Madrid or Mancasa midfield. Look at Jude Bellingham trying to run into the spaces between the left centre back and the right centre back of Juventus or Mancasa opposing half. So he was quick ready to make sure say Obi say Kylian Mbappe actually 2 more players to his side that Jude Bellingham will become that kind of dynamo who will run into spaces, making sure so Nubetimi Ashe and also Nubetimi a lot of space to score some of the goals for Real Madrid Football Club. And then he was doing that in attacking third. So picture that's now checking the moment and attackers 4 attackers as compared to 3 attackers Ubenya Ediama Juventus Football Club or more defensive structure. So I switching their call into the third picture. Now this is Jude Bellingham trying to make sure he wouldn't become not only the auxiliary striker, but then he will press. It is a Juventus centre backs not try somebody or more transition. He will be that kind of manner. He will press as compared to Papa, your friend said, Kylian Mbappe, who will try as much as possible to also keep that particular gate for the side of Real Madrid Football Club. Enra, it wasn't the third man run system. Our performance Xabi Alonso, the promises of me use, he didn't use that particular tactical system, but then he was able to use the closed gate system for the side of Real Madrid Football Club. 3 players, 1 player bet tries or bet press it into the opponent half, and 2 players will try as much as possible to recover the ball at the timer. That main player now or press it that system so he used the closed gate system in pressing the Juventus Football Club or more defensive structure in that particular era. So we'll switch their call into the fourth picture. Now this is Real Madrid Football Club. So Munya a lot of high turnover. When I catch you say Madrid Xabi Alonso in most of the 8 games in the La Liga, plus the 2 games that he has played in the UEFA Champions League, he has been able to have 54 high turnovers in a central position of most of these opponents Mancasa have. Now, this is it. Now, Madrid, Juventus, they try as much as possible to press them, get the ball, and make sure, say, in a yard close to about 36.4 meters, even to 13.3 meters, Real Madrid Football Club, or more house as compared to Juventus, they will try as much as possible to get most of these things. And they tried a lot of high turnovers in adding numerical superiority in the defensive structure of Juve or Mancasa and then it worked perfectly for Real Madrid Football Club. Now, so we'll check it early into the second half. How Arda Güler was able to make that instrumental 10 for Madrid. Omanka said on the show, say Papa Xabi Alonso has been able to channel Papa Arda Güler in most of the utility times in the game of Real Madrid Football Club. Not only in the creative role, Jude Bellingham or in the free space or not depicted in the pocket spaces of Juventus Football Club. But you get Arda Güler. In terms of defensive cover for Madrid or Manchester central midfield, we saw Arda Güler who was doing that magic for Real Madrid, especially in the central midfield of Madrid. So he adds a lot of balance into the attacking tenora. The number of long balls with Timmy Sergio into the attacking team of Madrid was 10 long balls and it was successful. In terms of passing accuracy, he made close to about 96 passing accuracy or the call into attacking third at the side of Real Madrid Football Club. But I will check that particular picture now. That's the first now. So when you this particular picture now, it took Arda Güler to make sure so bit expand the deep line playmaking role of the side of Juventus Football Club. So Juve elbow the 3 back or more defend here or more the 5 back system. In your picture the next 2 pictures now you have about 5 you have about 5 solid defenders are Juve. Now so show more between the right center back between the right full back and the right center back there is this particular hollow space. Now this was the ball Arda Güler was able to give it to the side of Vinicius Junior because medical didn't come out say so check Xabi Alonso just like Carlo Ancelotti so shall say with the transitioner he makes sure say create a lot of overloads in the left wing attacking side of Juventus Football Club and try as much as possible say he will expand the porosity nature of most of these opponents or Mancasa a right full back position the check the number of players or more 3 basic players and the left wing forward of Real Madrid Football Club. Now Vinicius Junior he needed to have the 1v1 situation with that right full back now or that and that was it. Now all the call the second picture that's now 3 players and or move facing Papa Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior needed to dribble with me in that close space for him to place the ball into the right hand side of the goalpost. Now Ubenyo said Jude Bellingham because of say Xabi Alonso tasking say no can say Ojina as a typical number 10 but then Ombo as a creativa and sometimes pressing very hard in the penalty yard box of Juventus Football Club because Carlo Ancelotti his first debut season for the side of Real Madrid Football Club Otimi utilize Papa friend say Jude Bellingham he managed a lot of goals making a lot of assists for Madrid Football Club. At the time at that particular ball hit the far post we saw Jude Bellingham who was eyeing the ball in the midst of 2 center backs. He was able to find his way and then get the ball onto the net. Real Madrid Football Club. But we saw Arda Güler being that kind of player. He had judged man of the match. Then checking the stats most touches on the field of play. Arda Güler was able to have 100 touches. In terms of most passes completed, 75 passes on the side of Real Madrid Football Club. Most long balls completed into the attacking third. He had 9 long balls completed, most big chances created, 2 chances created in Onyadema Madrid, and most duels won in terms of interception recoveries. He was able to have 9 duels won for Real Madrid Football Club. And I believe, said, Sawasha Brante's story, how he moved from the Glabici to the side of Fenerbahce, from Fenerbahce to Real Madrid Football Club. The last 2 seasons, Carlo Ancelotti, Enya Daji Diana Fama Adagule Mono, he took a certain Xabi Alonso to make him as an instrumental tool, making sure that in the new generation of Real Madrid Football Club, this boy will set the tone and it will set the pace in dictating most of the big games for Real Madrid Football Club. And I believe that this boy, Xabi Alonso, man, a consistent performance in about 2 to 3 years to come. I brand to beat my Ballon d'Or. Yeah. But man or massa performance will be 2 3 years. There be Alonso there. Big games Minjini.
Why is it? Why is it?
Big games Minjini.
Madrid, I want to make sure was love. I want to team on Tinkum pa.
Minjini ba cry.
Everyone about to like if you for what's all.
Wouldn't there be a cast and so on? And I'm person my story. My car see any coach.
But it is serious.
You need coach.
What I watched yesterday? You went to for more pies, a more call to say, oh, 5-1 now. Say 5 never when she interfine. Say PhD need to be sham or a bit much a woman away. I've been here to bear 20 women away. And they buy a more 50. A serious one. I was on my Madrid, they might say, don't you go into the Madrid for them.
So mood defend it.
I was sad yesterday.
Mood defend it.
Yes, now the man for Champions League.
As the last house, where's the Reggie?
They were new Chinese League.
Where's the idea fair to war? What is that? Last best 6 years, no more fine. Well, we never know.
Inter now about 2 Nina. I need that city need our Bonaji, where the Paris and need that on one because I Bonaji. Do you want it?
Now, I'm call Facebook and I can kind messages. Now, you call Yenin. All the day, True Messi Alexander. Good afternoon, Abu. More update.